Alright, you... Oh, fuck, I didn't even have anything prepared. What do I usually call you? I just call you guys pieces of shits, cunts, useless, uh... You depressed, deficient dickheads. Yes. I need to get better at my insults. If I don't insult my audience, they won't feel compelled to watch my videos because they are not getting their fix of being berated. So, I know exactly the type of people that are attracted to my content. They're not artists, they're artisans. There's a difference. What the fuck? Bro, this pen is dying. Okay. Time to use this pen that was also dying, but hopefully it has become reborn. Let's see. But yeah, back with crazy scooters today. Okay, whatever, I guess it works. Yeah, I'm already, like, I have practiced a little bit more of this helmet shape in my free time. Just a little bit, like an extra hour or so here and there, right? Not like all at one go. I'm still a bit, I'm confusing myself a little bit with what this shape looks like, but today I also want to focus on adding the body. So that would be, if we have this here, the body would be, let me get the pen. The body would be, and let me get rid of this pen, because this pen is dead now. Yeah, the body would be something like, and I'm gonna go off of the reference more. It's like this. That's the first half. Right? Something like that. Yeah, that's the first half. This is just the orthographic view, of course, but this is the first half. I'm trying to also... Okay. Something like this. Like that's the top part, right? And then it's that plus, so plus obviously I know you guys can't exactly see what I see. It doesn't even make any sense in terms of the side view. Actually, I guess it kind of does. But okay, I think that does. But the side is also something like this. Like it's down here, right? So it's like... I'm also trying to see how I did the... Okay. Yeah, it's like that. So... something like that. And again, this bike is extremely complex in terms of the shapes that it has. And it's obviously on me to slowly break it down. I'm thinking right now, this is part 15, I think, of Crazy Scooters. So I think by part 30, I'll definitely have this mannequin down. Again, very slow and steady. I want this to be a nice, complicated looking mannequin, right? The better I get at this, the better I get at making any other type of mannequin, really. So it doesn't really matter that I'm doing it for scooters, but this is something I'm adding to my visual library, right? I've already got a pretty okay looking helmet to my visual library. But yeah, that's the body. And I think actually this neck is a bit too angled, but let me just try drawing the body in terms of simple shapes. It's basically from the back, it's like this. It's like this. And then we really want to simplify this down, right? So comes down, right? This comes down here. And I guess we could simplify it like this for the time being. But again, there's more complex shit going on like this. And then it comes, this shape sort of juts out. And then there's like a bunch of extra shit jutting out. Like so. Like that, right? So we don't want all of this right now. Look at this. It's already fucking confusing as shit, right? We don't want all of these extra hard edges and random fucking shit to cloud what's actually happening here. Right? Like it's a bunch of random fucking and I fucked it up a little bit, but the point is there's a lot of unnecessary angling and stuff going on. All I need to do is simplify it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to, if we're just going from the side, I will have the angle, right? And I will have it come down like so. Like that. And then I will have it jut out and meet again here. I don't even think I did that right. Let's try that again. Okay. But this body is actually pretty difficult. There's a lot of annoying shapes going on. And it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's also a lot to think about. A lot of manipulations that I don't need to think about right now. And I know I keep changing this up and there's been a lot of different things going on. Crazy scooters in general has been very difficult, or scooters in general have been very difficult, right? But Antonio always, he says to keep it simple, right? So again, looking at the reference, how can I break this down and keep this simple? I guess I could do from the back end, it could just be a shape like that. So we're already simplifying it, right? Same thing here. And I have to think about the perspective. So it comes out, juts out like so. Should that be how it's done? So then we have it like this, and this as well. Right? So is this something that should be coming out like so? That doesn't make any sense either. Hold up, let me rest my brain for a little bit. Okay, I think I need to break down this body even more, right? And it's very annoying that it's in an angle that's difficult to understand, but it's what it is. I mean, I shouldn't say annoying, it's just difficult, right? So I just need to really, really try to understand what I'm looking at here. And God, if this doesn't give me a headache, So let's think. This probably today's session or whatever is just gonna be a lot of brainstorming to understand what the shape is. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, I guess this pen's also dying. Jesus. This is what it looks like from the side. Right, something like this. Comes down here. Then goes inwards. And then presumably comes out again. And I guess we can make it like that. That's what it looks like from the side. Right, and this is the nice little light or whatever. You know, and then this is like, again, the thingy that's going on. That's what it looks like from the side. And if I look at how, okay, yeah, if I look at how that other person that I was basing it off of did it, right? Way back when I was starting, they broke it down into a much more simple shape. They broke it down into, and I can do this now, funny enough. I couldn't do this before. But they literally broke it down into this. Right? This is what they made of the shape. Actually, so their example is very helpful as well. Yeah, their example is very helpful. So I can actually base it off of this shape rather than basing it off of what I see. This is actually very helpful. I'm glad. So we could go from this to, yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then something like that. That looks manipulated enough. You know what? I think I'm gonna get a new pen. I think it's time to fucking let these two pens go. They are done. They've lived past their time. It's been fucking what, months at this point that I haven't even touched a new pen. So excuse me while I take like what, I have fucking 50 more of these pens left. I don't think I'm missing out if I don't get all the ink from this one just used up, right? Yeah, I don't want to deal with this shit. Let's just throw these two pens out. You've served your time. Thank you. Goodbye. All right. And now my lines are gonna be very thick now. Okay, so the body, we can actually do something like, let me pull out the orthographic view again. So this is correct, actually. I think I'll keep it like this. I'll change that up a little bit, but I think this is good. This is good. And then the front view of this should be like that, right? Yeah. Because that looks good to me. It's crazy. I can tell my skill has improved because when I look at what that individual, I believe it was Mr. S, what they did with the scooter, now what they did, A, makes a lot more sense to me, and B, doesn't look like it's that difficult anymore. Like, it doesn't look as if it's so far off. You know what I mean? Like, the in terms of achieving this. In fact, I feel as if I could achieve what they've achieved now, but I want to actually go further beyond than what they did, which is actually pretty funny now that I think about it. Ha! I'm better than you, Mr. S. No, they help me a lot. But okay, cool. Let's really get this. I want, hopefully, it's already been 15 minutes, but hopefully by like the last 10 minutes, I can just combine this and the body, right? So let's continue breaking down or just practicing this body shape. So again, it's, let me keep doing it in this angle until I feel like I've internalized it a bit better, right? Based off of this, right? So, oh, that's so much fucking better. You can just see how much thicker the lines are too. But that brings about its own difficulties. Okay, and then I want it to be yeah, I want it to be raised up like that. So if this is my perspective, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But what does this look like? Because I don't think it makes sense that it just... I guess it does, actually. And then, what did I do here? I just brought it down. It's not bad. Maybe it shouldn't be as subtle. And honestly, to make things a bit more even, so I don't have to keep... let's turn this into... yeah, this has to be, but this can be the same angle. This is the perspective. Make it go further back, and then this can be the same angle. This can be the same angle as that one, and then again, same angle. Something like that. Right? Yeah, damn, this is so much cleaner, even though it's actually, the lines are going to be a bit more, or a bit less stable. But yeah, let's fill this up. Let's fill this up. And honestly, in proportion with this, it should be a bit bigger, right? So I should really, it should be something like... further back, something like that. Right, what did I do here? Did I not make this the same? Oh, it's the same as this. Okay, cool. And then, if this is the perspective, like so. Fucking my own stupid little drawing got in the way there. But yeah, something like that, right? Although it should be thinner, I think. Actually, no, technically this part is gonna be covered, so I think that's fine. I just need to think of a way to make it a bit more sleek. Well, this part needs to be longer, right? So we could do something like... there you go. That should be the longer part, and then it's... there you go. Right? Something like that. So if this is here, that's my perspective, so it should be... There you go. That can be one part of the body. Now we just need to add this second part, which is a very cool shape. So let me take a break. Yeah, damn. It's all coming together. Good stuff. And I'm sure for anybody who's actually paid attention or watched this series so far, you're all very aware that I keep going back and forth into the shapes and blah, blah, blah. And it's probably going to keep happening. But I think as long as I'm slowly continuing to refine my understanding of this motorcycle mannequin shape, right, that should be hopefully what matters, right? So, okay, now this shape is really cool because, again, Mr. S did an incredible job of breaking it down. So, in essence, all my jokes aside about me being quote unquote better than him or whatever, this is like over here, the shape that's down here, right? Because these two are added together, like this plus this, right? And this is kind of fitted right around here. That's where we would see that shape, something like that. It's gonna be combined, and we've all seen this before with my scooters, right? Like you guys know that there's a thing that juts out over here, based on the mannequin or based on the reference, which I mannequinize. So yeah. So again, Mr. S did a great job. He just simplified it as this, right? He just said, okay, this is what it is. At least I believe that's what he did. Yeah, that's what he did. Or I guess if I were to put it in a better perspective, he just, yeah, he made it like, yeah, if this were to be the perspective, he just essentially tapered the box, right? Cut it out a bit. So what we're gonna do now is go a little bit beyond and just, actually this shape is basically already like that. We just need to kind of manipulate it slightly, you know, where it's kind of going up here, right? So it's going up here like so, coming down, right? That's all accurate, a bit more tapered. And now here's the interesting part, where the other side is hollow, right? And there's just like a little thing that's coming out like that, roughly. So, and from there is where the pipe thingy is, like the fucking, this is coming from, you know? Like the actual, I guess the bike cylinder, right? And then you have the wheel, like so, right? This part, but it's coming out through this thing. Like through this thing. So that's the essence of it. And that's what makes sense to me. I think I could be wrong, but again, I'm not trying to be so perfect about it either. So yeah, it's crazy. Now that I look at how Mr. S did it, I'm like, hey, I think I can achieve this. It's only taken a couple months, a few months of intentional practice, but I think I can achieve the scooter mannequin, honestly. Within another few months, it should be very viable. But I'm gonna flip my page upside down because I'm tired of fucking. I don't want to draw like this. That's just fucking retarded. So let's do it again. And again. Oh wait. Fuck it. Should I just? You know, just take the L, bro. Just draw like that. It's not a big deal. So yeah. Again, this is the shape that I'm going to go with, which is just that. Right, but it's just slightly bent upwards. And then we have actually I can make some more adjustments too. But basically, let me think. It's kind of like it's angling like that. That's downwards. Make it a bit longer. Like so. And then we can just call this like a little sheath that's coming across and down. Right, and to give it some form, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, so that looks like it's attached part of it. But actually, this doesn't even need to exist. It should just go straight diagonal. So let's do that again. So we got, and this is supposed to be a lot thinner, so let's make it even thinner. So it's like this, right? More thin. I guess actually the entire thing is angled upwards. I fucked that up. It's not just like one little angle. When I look at it closer, it's just the entire thing is angled upwards, like so. Right? If this goes all the way down, we have like so. And then this, again, this little sheath thing, which really, if I look at it closely, is just a covering more than anything. I'm trying to think, because I'm looking at the back view of it as well. And while that isn't attached to it, for the sake of this mannequin, we are going to attach it to it. So what we're going to do is just and then there you go. So it's like a little covering. Maybe I could have made it a bit more dramatic. So if I wanted to make it like that, if I wanted to put the entire thing together, I think it would be something like, let's see. Yeah, let's move it down a little bit. It's not gonna be perfect. But yeah, like look, I've already kind of wonked this out slightly. Okay, it'd be like this, and then it'd down, then this way. Right, I actually fucked this up a little bit, it's okay. And then we have right here is where the sheet will be. Again, we're gonna get lots of practice in on this, so there is absolutely no worry about like fucking it up or anything. We'll angle it the same way. And then there you go, something like that. It's actually pretty decent. I know it probably looks like absolute garbaggio, but it is not. Trust me on that one. So, okay. Oh, this is going back as well, right? That should probably be a part of it. I fucked it up a little. But this is good, because now I can do the orthographic view again and really get it down. Again, we're trying to connect everything, right? And we want to get the proportions correct. This is actually way too short. So it should be a bit longer. This is way too big. So these two need to be proportioned correctly. Let me take a little break. It's been 31 minutes. So, and again, my lines are now also not amazing. But again, this is, I don't fucking know. I'm just going to keep practicing. All right. Okay, let's again draw the orthographic view now, but complete. Where the fuck can I even draw this? Okay, I guess I can draw it here. So it'll be something like, let's angle it a bit more drastically. Bring it down, bring it back, and then this will just go straight, which I didn't do here actually. Yeah, this was supposed to go like this. Well, that makes sense why this fucking thing didn't. Ah, there you go. Now that makes sense. I didn't angle it correctly. There you go. Yeah, okay. And then it's, let's see, this way, this way, and then this is the same angle, and then this is the same angle, right? This, all the same angle, this, and this are all the same angle. But now over this, now proportions here are really important, is this thing, which we will say starts here, right, basically right before it, and then ends right around here as well. Now this thing goes all the way down, and it's basically the same size. There you go. Now that is more accurate in terms of the sizing, right? And what have I done here? It's just like that, and then it kind of goes like that. There you go. Okay, cool. So that is the shape. You know, and then this is added as well. So that's cool. I guess this is basically where I will have the, yeah, this is where the fucking, like, this head will come out of, right? Like so. Ta-da! There you go. That's the neck, but we can worry about that afterwards. But this is the basic shape that I'm going to establish. So let's get into practicing that. Right? Okay, whatever. I guess I'll just draw like this. So again, this is a very steep angle. So let's establish. There you go. I'm just gonna draw over it for the time being. Cool, right? Then it's this way, and then so it'd be like this, something like that. But then, because I'm this the perspective, it would do this. Okay, that's like a bikey looking shape, right? It probably doesn't look like much right now, but I think in due time, once you add this and this and in the right proportions, it should look a lot better. So let's do that. Add this. Oh, well, it was supposed to be slanted, but we can do that after. Main thing right now is just making sure I have the proportions down. There you go. And then we also have the little sheath coming out like that. Right? Same thing here. Actually, perspective's a bit off. This is different for that. But if we just continue on for the same thing, goes all the way back. Now, we have to think what that would look like on this side. It would be like this. We do need to know what this shape looks like on the other side as well. And now that's where invention comes into play, right? So if I were to rotate this, because I can actually fucking start rotating shapes now, it's incredible, isn't it? When you gain skills and you can apply them to other parts. So if we do that, what would it look like on the inside? Isn't it just... Okay, I didn't do that right. Now let me take a break. This is really fun. This is actually incredibly fun. And I'm happy that I get to record and showcase this, because this is the garbage. And I've said this before, right? But it's not even to be mean, but this is the what do they call it? The messy, the fucking ugly part of art, whatever. Okay, I'm done looking at the reference. I think I'm good in terms of how I want to approach this part of the mannequin now. So I'm good on that front. But yeah, this is like the ugly, right? And again, fucking the pen is fresh and my fingers not so much. But when, I don't know, by part 20, 30, whatever of Crazy Scooters, I'm able to create a pretty fucking distinguished looking mannequin at all angles, right? Or as many angles as I can conceptualize and rotate in. It will showcase the amount of work it took. Like, oh, it took him 30 hours to practicing this one thing to get to this point, right? So yeah, I'm glad I get to showcase this part of my art, which is the ugly part, you know? Okay, now we have to see what does it look like, right? Because we're seeing the underneath now. So is it like that? I have to make this be more logical in my mind. So let's think a bit more about it. You know, we've established this is the shape. Actually, should we keep it straight for the sake of simplicity, or should we make it more complex simply because I can? Let's make it more complex just because I can. So let me edit this to be slightly angled. Let's make it the same angle actually as this. That will still make it easy, even with the, let's see, if you were to look at this relatively head on, right? This is a covering which comes out, curves a little, and covers there. If I look at the reference, honestly, we could just copy, because I can draw this shape. This is what the, okay, let me get a new paper now. I think it's best to get a new paper and just spam the fuck out of this shape, so that way I can start clean, right? So let's get a new paper. And again, let's draw that orthographic view for both the head and the body, just to keep it in mind, right? I have it here, so I'm just gonna look at it here. Oh fuck, I cannot see it from this angle. I have it on my lap. Let me just look at this. So this is the head. We've established this now, right? Still working on it, but this is basically what we've established for the head. Right? Something like this. And I guess we can make a, well, now that we've actually angled the body, we got to think about how to attach the body to this. Okay, well, we'll figure that out after. But for the sake of simplicity, this is the head. And I say that even though it's not simple at all. There you go. That's what we've done for the head. Now this is the body, right? Which is, let's see. I guess we can make it the same angle. Body is basically, oh shit. Body is basically this. So, again, we want to maintain that type of angle, right? And there's this thing as well. And it comes down quite long. And there's like a little fucking protective sheath bullshit. But I think I may be in the midst of understanding this shape a bit better. So we'll just keep it like this for the time being. Right? And then it's there you go. That's the body. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy. The body is actually pretty fucking easy to draw. And I have 14 minutes roughly. So let me draw the actual shape that's being shown. Let me zoom in on this thing. This is the back side of it, right? So this is what it looks like from the back of the reference picture. So it's this coming down, come over, same shit like that. And then they kind of merge. But you know, like this is still a shape. That's then, you know, this is like the body now. This is the platform of the bike. Right? Same thing. There you go, coming down, and then that's the platform. We can just ignore this part. It's not really necessary, but this is the most important part, I believe, which is this, and then this. Like, it's the inside. It's like caved in, as you can see, right? So I think what that means for our shape that we've been doing is that it is essentially hollow, is what it is, right? It's like this shape. But it's not I'm trying to look at what I did. Yeah, it's basically then just goes like so. It's a hollow shape, like this inside is hollow, is what I'm trying to say. Right? It's like cut out. And then that's where I guess the question I have is, where does that fucking black little part come into play? Because you can't see it for some reason. Or can you? And I'm just not interpreting this. Yeah, it's literally just like a little covering. So the question is that necessary? Because this, what comes afterwards, is just another little box. That's what it is. It's just another little box that tapers. Best way to describe it. Just another little box that tapers. But this is actually all hollow. Right? So let's go in. Like that. That's what it would be, I believe. So that's what we should make it, actually. And why don't we just... I guess afterwards, once I get the shape down, it really wouldn't hurt to add this, right? What's the fucking perspective like here, or the proportion? It's like right around, oh, it's right here. So it definitely could just, from starting from there, add like yeah, the attachment. And you see I just made it slightly more complex by changing the shape, the width of the cylinder. Obviously the actual thing is like fucking swirl, 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 swirl. and cylinders like that. But I think this gets the complexity across for the time being. Cool, okay, but first let's just stick to this and get my proportions across now, right? Because that is the most important of all. And I guess we should also say that the head, this head size is what? This head size is like half this body, which I kind of did, but yeah, this is half. So it's this big. Let's just say it's that big. Yeah, there you go. Now that starts to look like, that's definitely starting to look like something that's proportioned well, for sure. So, okay, turn away the reference. I have 51 minutes. So you know what? Why don't we just try drawing the entire thing in the perspective that we're comfortable with for the time being, right? Which is this general 3-point perspective. I guess this is 2-point. I don't fucking know. Way too thick. Much like my booty. Although I'm not lying there, I do have quite the fat ass. That's what years of squats will do to you. Slightly misaligned. Yeah, slightly misaligned. But this is good. This is very good. Okay, cool. Now this is where things are gonna get slightly difficult. Because now we have this fucker to account for. And how thick did we want to make it? Equally as thick as... There you go. Yes. So... go. Ooh, that's a bit too far away, actually, I think. Yeah, should be much closer. But maybe we can make it work. This is supposed to be like here. Right? It's supposed to be like this. Okay, so... Okay. Right now this looks nothing like a bike. But let's see. That's pretty fucking inaccurate, not gonna lie. But that's actually a really good thing. Because if I fucked it up, that means there's opportunity for improvement. Hey, and this is my first time, too. Let's not forget. Right? Be gentle. It's my first time. So, and then we also have this shape, which I didn't draw through, or draw originally the first time. So obviously I'm gonna do it now. Okay, and then we got this part, and then we have this part which we don't really see. Okay, what the fuck does the opposite side of this look like? I've only ever drawn it from one angle, so let's turn it around. Okay, so we got this, turn down. Wow, this still looks relatively legit, although this is way too big. Okay, there's a lot of things I'm gonna note down afterwards. But holy shit, I think this is gonna start to look pretty legit soon once I figure out this perspective issue over here. Yeah, this was also a huge perspective issue. Actually, this was the main perspective issue, I'm pretty sure. It should have been going like this. Yeah. And then... yeah, that makes more sense. The perspective for this changed. Okay, either way. Okay, something like that, I guess. Okay, lots of things. Obviously, this is my first attempt. I'm very excited because this is gonna start to look more legit as well. Let me take a mental break and then I'll crack down the errors. Okay, biggest thing for sure. Okay, my arm didn't get in the way too much. Okay, cool. Is I think I just need to make this straight. Yeah, like this just needs to be straight. This should have been more like this, because then it would have followed the perspective a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that would have followed the perspective a lot better, because then this would have made more sense. So would have that. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, cool. Obviously, too big. What else? That's too big. This is too small. Going by this. Something like that. Right? Yeah, that looks much more in perspective. This is completely fine. I've gotten this down. There's nothing huge here. This is the new stuff, right? So yeah. Yeah, it would have been like like that. Yeah. There you go. Something like that. Right? And then this is okay. I still need to figure this out. But hey, honestly, pretty fucking good session, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I figured a lot of things out, right? Let me get this page. This was very helpful. It's funny, like how when you're kind of piecing it together, it all looks very shoddy, but then when you actually start doing stuff and like putting it together, it starts to look a bit more legit, you know? I think this is definitely going to be a really cool looking scooter. I still have to figure out the proportions for sure, because again, this is technically, yeah, it's correct, but then this neck thing this needs to be closer. This gap, no gap, no gap, no cap, for real, right? I'll definitely commit that to long-term memory. Not the mistakes, but the saying. Let's see the reference. Yeah, the reference it's so much shorter. It cuts off right here. Even on the back end, it cuts off right here. I had the right idea the first time around. It cuts off right there. So I just need to figure out how to make it work, I guess, right? Well, definitely for sure, this part is gonna be like this. Like that's what it's gonna look like, for sure. And then this is where the head, like the bottom of the head here, that's where it's gonna attach. That's a certainty. That makes sense. There isn't much to think about there. It's just about continuing that. I'm really excited. This was a fucking great session. Yeah, not much else to say, you know. Finally started to put it together a little bit. It's starting to look more like, not like a bike. Maybe it won't look like a cool looking bike until everything comes together. Maybe I have the wheel, but slowly but surely, we're making it more complicated. It's starting to make sense. My ability to spatially reason and see the little numbers and all that stuff. Not numbers, like the angles, the carving off and all that shit. So yeah, great session. Thank you for watching. I mean, yeah, I get this at this point. I really am a hashtag YouTuber. Right? Thank you for watching, guys. As always, keep drawing and please give me money. Thank you.